Good day, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often overlooked but incredibly powerful, and that's data entry in Excel using formulas. In this video, I'll show you how formulas can make data entry faster, more accurate, and even more enjoyable. We'll explore practical examples, learn some tips and tricks, and see at the end of the video how you can apply these tools in your own work. Before we start, alamin natin ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba ng formula at ng function. And to be honest, marami pa rin ang confused between the two. And para ma-explain ko siya properly, I'll provide you an example. And here we have our sales data. And we want to get yung total sales ni Peter Parker. When you say formula, ang gagawin mo dyan is equals B2 plus C2 plus D2 plus E2 plus F2 plus G2. Enter. And now you have $188,000. Or pwede mo rin naman na i-manually type siya. So equals 44957 plus 32464 plus 29489 plus 29325 plus 25510 plus 26312. And again, the result is $188,000. Now, yung function naman is a predefined operation built within the system. And it normally performs specific tasks and simplifies complex calculations, just like our example. So instead of selecting the ranges, what we can do instead is to type sum, open parenthesis, and then select mo yung range na gusto mong isum. Close, and then enter. So mas madali siya and mas simple. And just to summarize, yung formula is anything or any calculation that starts with equal sign. Yung function naman normally has a name and then may open and close parentheses. In addition, yung function is always within a formula, pero yung formula, it doesn't necessarily mean na merong function. Now, before diving into formulas, alamin muna natin ano-ano nga ba ang mga classification ng functions. Meron tayong at least 7 classification ng functions. First one is yung mga static functions like sum, average, if, VLOOKUP. So these functions only recalculate when their input change. Example, itong function natin for the total sales. Static yan sa $188,000 unless i-change ko yung value doon sa range na sinum niya. So from B2 to G2. Let's say, palitan ko yung C2 ng 20,000. Doon lang siya nag-recalculate after ko baguhin yung value ng C2. Next is the volatile functions. So these are functions na nagre-recalculate automatically every time Excel recalculates, even if wala kang change doon sa input values mo. The examples of volatile functions are now, today, rand, rand between, offset, indirect, etc. Example, yung rand between equals rand between. And yung bottom number ko is, let's say, 1 and top number is 10. So, ang gagawin niya is kukuha lang siya ng number in random between 1 to 10. 7. Now, every time na may i-change ako na value kahit na hindi naman dito, let's say, nilagyan ko ng data itong cell I2. Since nag-recalculate si Excel after kung i-enter yung value ng I2, nag-recalculate din yung run between natin. As you can see, nag-change siya from 7 to 1. Next is the dynamic array functions. So these functions return multiple values that spill into adjacent cells. Examples are filter, sort, unique, sequence, and run array. And normally, you will know kapag dynamic array yung function mo, kapag naka-receive ka ng error na spill. Ang meaning ng spill is yung cell kung saan mo tinype yung dynamic array function, yung adjacent row sa baba or sa kanan, kung nakatranspose, is hindi kasya or hindi enough. Kaya siya nag-spill. Example, gusto natin kunin yung lahat ng name sa column A. And we will use the unique function. Equals unique. And ang array natin is A2 to A8. Close. And there you go. Sa isang cell lang natin in-enter yung formula, pero nag-provide siya ng multiple results. Kasi nga, it's an array function. And then, example, ilalagay ko siya rito sa A9. And as you can see, nag-spill yung formula natin. And if you notice, mayroong broken line within that formula. Ang gusto lang sabihin sa ni Excel is ito yung space na kailangan niya to perform itong function na to. So you will need to either move this, itong cell na to, Control X lang natin. Ayun, nagtuloy na yung function. Or, yung mismong function yung i-move natin. The next classification is the user-defined functions or UDFs. And normally, these are created using VBA or Visual Basic for applications or yung mga Lambda function. Next is the array functions na legacy. So ito yung mga old functions that works with array as well, just like dynamic array functions, pero mga dating function na siya, which requires Control Shift and Enter para mag-work yung formula. Normally, may encounter nyo itong mga function na to na kapag in-enter nyo, hindi nag-work. That's because para mag-work yung function, kailangan mo siyang i-control shift and enter. Unlike ng mga normal function na pag tinype mo yung function, enter, and then it will provide your data. So with array function na legacy, you will have to click control shift and enter. Examples are frequency, transpose, etc. Next are the helper functions. So these functions are not volatile or static per se, but they support other formulas. Examples are is number, is error. So normally, ginagamit itong mga function na to satisfy yung mga condition ng ibang formulas. Kaya siya tinawag na helper function. And last classification are the add-in functions. So as the name implies, these are add-ins coming from external data sources. Now that we know the classifications of the functions and nagkaroon na rin tayo ng idea ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng function versus formulas, let's go ahead and learn how to enter data in Excel using functions. Just setting up expectations, hindi ko iisa-isahin lahat ng functions within Excel, but just to give you an overview, punta ka lang doon sa Formulas ribbon tab, and then these are the types of formulas in Excel. So we have financial, logical, text, date and time, lookup reference, math and trigonometry, more functions. So, click mo lang yung mga functions na yun and then i-show na sa'yo ano yung mga function within that type. For this presentation, we will focus specific to these two functions. So, if and VLOOKUP. I noticed sa mga inquiry, pati sa mga groups within Facebook, itong dalawa yung kadalasang tinatanong. And that's why we will use these two as our example. Balik tayo sa table natin. And for the if function, example, lagay muna natin yung sales ni Nat here for January, so 27,000. And ang gusto natin is kapag less than 30,000 yung sales, magkakaroon tayo rito ng remarks na not meeting. Kapag more than 30,000, of course, ang magiging remarks naman natin is meeting. Paano yun? Equals, and then if. And napansin nyo rito na kapag type nyo nung name ng function, meron ng lalabas na mga suggestions and then yung quick description ng function na yun. You can either click that or start with your open parenthesis. And since we were able to select yung specific function, lumabas na yung syntax ng function na yan. By the way, as you can see, naging cross arrow yung cursor natin. That means that we can actually move this text. Kung abala siya sa'yo, kung tingin mo abala siya dyan sa peso na yan, and you just need to move it. As a tip, kapag hindi ka pa familiar sa mga functions, ang maganda mong gawin is i-click mo tong FX or Insert Function button. And then, mapupunta ka rito sa part na ito. In this window, it will show you the function arguments. Ano yung breakdown or ano yung syntax ng function na to, which is yung if. So as you can see, meron tayong three arguments, yung logical test natin. And if you notice, naka-bold siya. Ibig sabihin, required yan. And then value if true, value if false. If you click dun sa text box, sa ilalim, ipoprovide niya yung description. So for the logical test, checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if it's false. And if you notice sa ilalim, ito yung description ng if function natin. So checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if it's true and another if it's false. And then sa baba naman nun, yung description ng logical test. Any value or expression that can be evaluated to true or false. This is an additional thing that you need to understand when using functions. So, sabi niya rito is any value. So, pag sinabing value, either number, text, or string, or expression. So, kapag sinabi namang expression, pwede yan na maging formula. So, dito pumapasok yung mga helper functions natin and other functions. Just remember, sa if function, sa logical test natin, we will need to come up with an expression, again, or a value na merong dalawang possible outcome, true or false. Using our example, ang logical test natin is ito, yung B2 is greater than 30,000. Sorry, greater than 30,000. And if you notice, sa right side, nag-show na agad yung sa right side, it previews yung result ng logical test mo. So you already know na ang i-return na value ni Excel is yung nandito, yung value if false. Pero check muna natin yung value if true. So again, ito yung description niya. Value if true is the value that is returned if logical test, ito daw, is true. If omitted, true is returned. Yung word na true is returned. And you can nest up to 7 if functions. So ito yung tinatawag natin na nested if. We will not talk about it on this video, but I actually created a video about that. So check nyo lang po yung mga videos ko and look for advanced if functions. Now, ang value if true natin is meeting. Ang value if false is not meeting. And if you notice, dun sa lower left, yung formula result, again, pinipreview nyo na agad kung ano yung magiging output ng formula na ginawa mo. So just click OK. And there you go. Not meeting kasi nga, not more than 30,000. Ang next na formula natin is VLOOKUP. Either VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP. Well, if you're using a newer version of Excel, XLOOKUP is available for you. Pero kapag hindi available yung XLOOKUP, we can use VLOOKUP. Let's start with VLOOKUP equals VLOOKUP, ang value natin. So again, click natin tong insert function button. Now we see the function arguments for VLOOKUP, and we have four: the lookup value, table array, column index number, and the range lookup. And again, yung first three are in bold, so meaning required yan. Ito, optional. And this is the description of our function. So VLOOKUP lookups a value in the leftmost column of a table, and then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. By default, the table must be sorted in ascending order. This is one big difference between XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. So sa VLOOKUP, yung lookup value mo, kunyari ito, yung NAT Roman, doon sa table array mo, dapat nasa pinaka-left siya. So hindi siya pwedeng nasa second, hindi pwedeng nasa third. Kasi yung VLOOKUP, ang i-return niya lang na value is starting from left to right. Wala siyang backward compatibility wherein it will search for a value from right to left. Ang lookup value natin is ito, si Nat Roman. And now, yung table array natin. So, yung buong table kung saan natin mahanap yung sales. And it is a good practice to make your table range or table array absolute. You just need to click F4 para magkaroon ng dollar sign between the column and the row number. So I also created a video related to Excel references, so you may want to check that video as well. Now, column index number. Column index number meaning anong column yung i-return from this table. And since we start on the left side, automatically yung first column mo is number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on and so forth. And since we want to get the sales for January, that's second column. So first and then second. So ang column index number natin is number 2. Yung range lookup is yung logic ng pagsa-search. So either true or false. Pag true, ascending. Kapag false is exact match. 0. And as you can see, meron agad preview kung ano yung output ng function natin, which is 27,356. Okay? And there you go. So, tama. Now, paano kunyari gusto mong kunin yung sales for May? So, again, bibilang ka lang. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 6th column. Ang gagawin mo lang is papalitan mo yung column index number mo from 2 to 6. Now, yung value na na-return is 44,989. Kasi ayun na yung nasa column F. Now, how about XLOOKUP equals XLOOKUP. Again, click yung function or insert function button. And now, we have our function arguments for XLOOKUP. We have 5. The lookup value, lookup array, return array, if not found, and match mode. And the first 3 are required, last 2 are optional. And this is the description of XLOOKUP. So it searches a range or an array for a match and returns the corresponding item from a second range or array. By default, an exact match is used. So yung lookup value natin again is in A12, si Nat Roman, and then lookup array. So hindi kailangan yung buong table. This is one of the differences as well between XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. Hindi mo kailangang i-include yung buong table. Basically, ang sinasabi lang dito is, etong A12, yung not Roman, saan ko siya mahahanap? Ayun yung lookup array natin, which is, nandito siya sa column A. From A2 to A8. And now, yung return array naman. Kumbaga, hinanap ko yung A12 sa A2 and A8. Anong column naman or ano naman yung i-return ko? And here, we want to return yung January na sales, which is in column B. So, from B2 to B8. You just have to remember though na yung size ng lookup array mo and yung size ng return array mo ay dapat pareho. Kung 8 rows to, dapat 8 rows din to. Or else, magkakaroon ka ng issue. And again, as a good practice, kapag merong array or table, i-lock natin yan. Or gawin nating absolute reference. If not found, so this is also one of the major difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. Actually, common ito sa mga bagong function, which is, meron na silang error handling. So kapag hindi nakita itong A12 doon sa A2 to A8, ano yung gusto nating mangyari or ano yung gusto nating value na i-return niya? Since optional to, again, you can leave it as blank. Kapag hindi nahanap yung lookup value mo, magkakaroon ka lang ng error na message. But here, we want to specify that. So, no record. And then, ang match mode natin, we want an exact match, which is 0. I hope I was able to explain it properly. If you have questions, suggestions, and again, if meron kayong gustong ipa-example na function, comment nyo lang sa video and then gagawan ko yan ng reels. Also, if you find my video helpful, considering sharing the video, leaving a like to receive more videos like this.